Okay, hello everyone. Okay, today I want to show you part 2 of our big day out in Sendai. This part is visiting Masamune Date's home, where he used to live. They call it Aoba Castle. It's not really a castle. It was just pretty much a standard home size, but it was perched up on top of a mountain that overlooks the city of Sendai. It's no longer there at the moment, but because it was burned down after the Civil War. But it's pretty much the only thing left are the stones that they use for the foundations, and some statues and a shrine. Still quite an interesting place to visit, and the views are actually quite spectacular, and you can see the whole city. Sendai's nickname is the City of Trees, and from the view you'll see one of the reasons why. So let's take a look at that. Okay, here we go. This here is the statue of Masamune Date on his horse. During the earthquake at 3/11 event back in 2011, one of the legs actually fell off that horse. So that was restored just a couple of years ago. You see you walking up. I'll skip ahead a little bit. Okay, this is the view from the top of the mountain there where his house was. This is Sendai City. You see a lot of tree coverage. They have a lot of parks here actually in Sendai. It's really quite nice. So you can see on one side, you can see the water, you can see the coast, and on the other side is all mountains. So it's pretty much like a valley right down to the ocean. Here is a tower. I'll just skip ahead a little bit. As you can see, that eagle statue in front of the tower. I'll just pause that right there. Now that eagle statue used to sit up on top of this tower, but during the 3/11 earthquake, it collapsed and the statue fell down and so on. So there's quite a bit of damage. They restored it, of course, but when they restored it, they decided to keep the eagle perched in front of the tower now, in case it fell again due to other earthquakes. I'll just skip ahead and I'll show you. This is the stones where his house actually, Masamune Date's home used to sit on. Now when it burned down, this was just after the Civil War, so it was like, I think, 3rd or 4th generation of the Date family. You can rent these virtual reality goggles, and it will walk you through what they think was the Masamune Date's home. But the reason why, like in some prefectures, some states in Japan, they have actually rebuilt their castles, but here they've had a lot of difficulty with people wanting it to be the exact replica, and no one really knowing exactly what it was like. So it's kind of one of those big debate things that everyone, for the prefecture has been going on for decades actually. Should we rebuild it or not? What does it look like, and that sort of stuff. So at the moment, as it stands, they just they haven't. So you can imagine that fantastic view with a house sitting where it is, where it was on that foundation. It would have been quite spectacular. Really nice view. and of course that city wouldn't have been there, so it would have been a very nice view indeed. And as you can see before, you can see right to the coast. That's very high. This is a rendering of what they think it looked like. They're not 100% sure, but the general idea. Here we come to the shrine area. The Date family would have had a shrine here anyway, like a family shrine, and something quite big, no doubt. But it has obviously grown into what you see now. You can see these messages tied to these ropes here. These are people's hopes for the year and their luck charms. You buy different charms for things that you want. Like if you want good health, you buy one charm. If you want good business, you buy a different one, like money come in and things like that. So they have all these different little charms from like different gods, so to speak, and spirits that you can buy. It really is a beautiful place, actually. We took the tour bus up here on this particular day. I remember when I was first went to Japan and I first started dating my wife, we actually walked from the city up to Aoba Castle, and it was a very, very long walk. It was the middle of winter, it was snowing, very icy, and I mean, I was fine. I always walked a lot, but my wife, my now wife, thought I was a little bit mad. And the poor little thing, she didn't know how to tell me she didn't want to do it because she was actually wearing thick heels. So that was kind of a funny day. Again, these are people's hopes for the year. They always have lovely gardens, around these shrines and temples, and you can see just in that corner there was a young girl dressed up. For different ages they have these sort of rituals, and they dress up in traditional like kimono, and they go to shrines and have these little ceremonies that they do. It's really cute. You see young children dressed up in kimonos, and this is a machine that you can actually put a coin in and get a lucky charm as well. These hanging decorations in the store there, this is a gift store, like souvenir shop. I'll just pause that there for a sec. This souvenir shop, but those decorations that were hanging up in the window, they hang them up all through the city. In summer, in the middle of summer, they have a Hanabata festival, and it's the biggest festival for Sendai, and it's just so colourful. they have a parade down the street and traditional dancing and the big drums, and it's just so it's a lot of fun to watch. Actually, it's just beautiful. And then of course they have all these other different festivals around the different suburbs, and a lot of fireworks festivals during summer actually. A lot of souvenir shops, like that front corner I'll show you in a minute. They'll have someone doing wood carving, and this guy's making all these little dolls and charms and things like that. Those little wood carvings. Skip ahead a little bit. Pretty standard stuff, and t-shirts and things like that. The souvenir shop, and crystals and charms, and Masamune is quite famous samurai, and he always had that half sort of crescent moon on his helmet. These little that's actually an ear cleaner shaped like a samurai sword. You see here different barbecue flavoring, pretzels and things. Souvenir shops in Japan have an astounding amount of food actually. It's very customary in Japan to buy food as souvenirs when you go away in Japan. Even if you just go to a trip to the next state, like the next prefecture or Tokyo or something, it's customary to bring a souvenir back, and it's usually food. Just skip ahead a little bit. These are pretty standard souvenirs. There we are. Like a old plate, just like replica with some of their money. That's a Samurai helmet replica. These little statues. Umbrella with a samurai sword handle, and some more food. Okay, just skipping ahead a little bit. Some of these little character goods, they're mad about characters in Japan. They have characters for pretty much anything. And you watch TV over there, and they'll have like even for fruit and vegetables and salad and things like that. They'll have different characters. Little cutouts you can take photos with. Fun little character socks. Some crystals, bracelets and things. Quite a big souvenir store actually. Surrounded by the souvenir stores, there are also restaurants. If you go at the front actually of this building, there's another barbecue restaurant. It's really cool. And of course, you can also buy meat as souvenirs as well. This is all meat, beef tongue and steaks and things like that. That's good. Tongue. Okay, it's beef tongue. Cooler bags for the meat. That's pretty cool, and even souvenirs that you can buy buy meat for souvenirs in Japan. Of course, they have their sweets as well, cookies and cakes and things like that. Like that just as much as anywhere else. Yeah, they're very good at their sweets, actually, cakes and desserts, and so it's very tempting, unfortunately, in Japan. So that is about the most difficult part of being carnivore in Japan, is saying no to all these delicious desserts that they make. Alright, let's skip ahead a little bit. They even have like beef flavored chips, Yeah. More meat. Meat absolutely everywhere. Again, this is the restaurant out the front. We're still at the Aoba Castle, but this is the restaurant. This is the menu. You can see all beef, all meat. They have different kinds of meat, but very good. And very reasonable prices. For a touristy spot, this is basically what it is, a tourist destination. The prices are very cheap compared to that of like Australia. When you go to tourist sort of destinations here, everything sort of jumps 2 or 3 times in price. But in Japan, it's pretty much the same as you can get anywhere else. And you can always buy alcohol with your meals here too in Japan. And that is about it, really. Just skip this part of it. There we go. So that is pretty much part 2. This is going back across the bridge to get on the bus, and then we go on to the next destination, which was another large shrine in the city. That'll be part 3. Something is, let's pause that there for a sec. When it's in winter, these ponds, with all these full of koi fish, are completely frozen. I've always wondered, how they survive the winter. The fish underneath the ice or frozen, I don't know. But they're always frozen solid in winter. Very beautiful place though. Okay guys, so that is part 2 of our big day out, tourist sort of tour day in Sendai. That was Aoba Castle. That is Masamune Date's, where Masamune Date's home used to be. And you can see why he built it there. Actually, the view overlooking the city, and you can see right out from the mountains, right out to the water, to the ocean. Just a beautiful place, it really is. And it's certainly well worth visiting if you ever get the chance. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll talk to you again soon with part 3 coming up. Okay, and take care. Have a great day.